Welcome back to another dive. I'm JP Falaise and today we're diving in an enclosed area of salt water. So I do my checks, check my bottom, check my air, and also check the front of the screen of the camera. Just make sure it's not fogged up. Nope, we're all good, and we're going to have a little look what's around this slope. So we've entered the enclosed body of water and we are heading anti-clockwise around it, and it's fairly symmetrical, it's fairly round. This looks like a completely different world down here. Not very deep at 9.3 meters, and estimated dive time today is probably going to be about 60 minutes, depending on how cold I get. Sea temperature is about 10 degrees, so it's not too bad. Check out this. This is honestly like an alien planet. This is without the lights on. Let's turn the lights on and see what it looks like. This dive, you're going to see a fair few of these. They seem to be everywhere. They're filtering the water for us. Just down here you can see a couple of caboose down there, just hiding below this bit of wrought iron. Some waste that's probably 100 years old. So in the shallows here you can see there's loads of these gobies, quite large gobies, and they are scattered all underneath these rocks, quite broken rocks. You can see this bit here is almost rusted to the rock. So Matt, Sally and Paul are with us today, and they've already swum through here. That's probably why I'm getting so much backscatter. Let's go out over the edge, see how deep we can see. Not too far. What's all this fog here? Never seen this before. Really is something off of an alien movie. So there's a rope or a chain coming down here. Not quite sure what it's for or where it goes, but you can't even see it. It just goes down into the fog. You can even see Paul's lightsaber, and doesn't even burn through it either. Everyone's wary and they're staying well above it. Wonder what's down there. Wonder how much light there is below it. I wonder what's making it. Not even my lights want to burn through it. Seems there's two layers and it seems like I'm trapped between both layers. Certainly wouldn't want to go below it and get trapped underneath these overhangs. Wouldn't be good. I think I'm rather going to go above it. It's acting really weird, it's just like fog. It's going to punch up through it. Saying don't go down through it. Thing is, now he said that, I do actually want to swim through it. For now I think I'm going to stay on top just to be safe. I get the feeling I'm flying through between mountains, and this is the cloud cover. Oh, we almost lost Sal then. Thank God she's come back up through it. Considering we're going anti-clockwise round a round circle, we seem to be taking a lot of right-hand external corners here. Watch out, Sal, you get taken. You must stay away from the fog. Whatever this stuff is, it's actually staining or leaving a residue on the seaweed, if you can call it seaweed, on the rock face. Must be some sort of bacteria, I reckon. Oh, I'm very, very tempted to go down through it. I think I'm going to go for it. I think I'm going to punch down through. No, I bottled it. I'm not going to. Too scary. So these white looking objects, the sea squirts, they're called Neptune's heart. The Latin name for it sounds a bit rude, to be honest. Hope I'm explaining this right. Thalassia mammiellata. Britain's largest sea squirt. Sometimes there's even other small life that actually grow on them as well. There's another type of sea squirt in the middle there. Not quite sure what that one is. Had a green rim on it. See this one here, this doesn't show very well in this light, but this has actually got green all over this as well. Not showing up too well. Showing up a little bit. We'll carry on. classic boring sponge. It's quite boring, to be honest. And this is an old oyster that's hanging to the side of this rock. It's covered in tiny little jewel anemones. To be honest, because of the fog, we never go this shallow. It's actually pretty good. Very colourful. Quite a lot to look for. Just wish I knew what I was looking at. Literally every time I look at the rock there's different sea life on it. Some of it's just so small you don't even realise. Is that a golf ball sponge? Maybe. Due to the very small amount of water movement in this place, you don't really find this stuff out in the currents where we normally dive, where we scallop. So it's quite nice to come and have a look at this area. There isn't just sea squirts in this place, there's also worms. So this here, I think it could be a peacock worm, but I'm not sure. If you know, put it in the comments. Found myself underneath the fog, so I need to quick swim back up again, try and get back out of the fog. I don't want the others thinking I've got lost. This thing here is really weird. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. Again, just to the left here, there's loads of worms, and underneath this rock here as well. I think these could be twin fan worms, but I'm unsure. There is some fish in here as well, like this shy ballan wrasse. You find though they're all really dark. Under these larger rocks you do find a load of Wrasse hiding. The camouflage on these rocks looks like it's hard, but it's not. It's about 50mm of sponginess there. Seeing a massive increase in number of sea anemones now. And also in the sand you'll find these. These are like little clams. Bury themselves under the sand. And there's an oyster. Plenty of small fish on this part of the dive. This is where we're starting to go into the shallow part. Nice little shoal of them here. Not quite sure what they are. Could be anything, to be honest. My guess is probably pollock. This thing I'm not sure is alive, even though it's stuck together still. I think it's dead inside. You've got to do a little trick with the thumb. You've got to push it as hard as you can. And there we go. There's nothing in there. It's died. Oh well. Again, more fish, but they're just so small I can't see what they are. Not many crabs in this place. Well, we think there's crabs right in the bottom because we have seen scurry marks all over the place. And these are the really nice pollocks that come over. So it looks like he's joining us. He's going to join our shoal. There's plenty of these ones and they're really friendly as well. I recognise where we are now. These were called the haunted bushes at one time. Still do look quite haunted. This is the large bushes that have fallen off of the bank and slided into the water. Starting to get eaten by all the marine growth now. Looks like them two lights were on the rope then, but it's not. It's Matt's torches in the background. Kind of scared me a little bit then. Plenty more leathery cases on these ropes from where the fan worms live. Obviously been scared into their little homes by the bubbles. Just see where Sally is, where it shallows up to a couple of metres of water. This is where nightmares live underneath here. Just see on the floor some debris. It's like an old car seat of some sort. Still got the fabric on it. One wrong kick under here and you kick up the sill. I mean, you find your way out, but it wouldn't be very nice. So me and Matt are just hovering over the seabed. Not quite sure what this big bit of metal is. Probably a chassis from a truck. I know there's other stuff under here. Some motor related stuff. Just over where Paul is, you can see there's a car axle maybe, with the tyre still on. Paul's looking for clams as well. I think it's time to leave underneath here now. Let's get out in the sun. Looks like it's on white wall tyres. Might be older than I think, that axle. Here's another one of the Pollocks. This isn't the same Pollock, so you can tell by the tail. There's a marking, a black dot on this tail. Out the whole dive, I love this area. There's some old tyres with concrete in with some poles that are sticking out. It's also another area where you look for these clams. So ideally you want to be raking for them, but we don't want to waste too much time looking for some. If we find some on our way around, that's a bonus. What I'm really interested in is these little bits of spikes sticking out the seabed. They literally are like works of art, and each one's got a different variety of marine life on them. Like this one here seems to be a couple of sea squirts and loads of the smaller sea anemones. This one seems to be more sea squirts, a couple of sea anemones, but there's also loads of fan worms in there as well. You just see them closing up. But that is a work of art. This next one looks good. So we've got sea squirts, we've got sea anemones, we've got this large snake locker sea anemone on the top. Would be really nice if they had the little shrimps inside, but I don't think they have. I haven't really got time to look. Loads of snake lock anemones on the seabed as well. This one's probably my favourite, just because I like the old snake lock anemones. See all the sea squirts on it as well. Just a shame they've gone a little bit rusty. And that's the end of that dive. Thanks for coming along. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps me out. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on the next tide.